Raider Jim, final thoughts as we wrap up our kind of dip in the original Call to Post pool.
Fantastic to be back talking about horses. I know for both of us, I think we share an equal love for the sport. And whether it's good or bad news, we're always going to talk about it. And I can't wait for Derby week. It's going to be a lot of fun and can't wait to see some of the hats and all the coverage that NBC provides. It's always nothing but class act.
Amen. Yeah, as a former bartender, I always like to see the bartenders doing their thing at the with the mint juleps and stuff like that. Even though I will say mint is the worst garnish in the world as a bartender. Ugh, don't order mojitos, folks. Anyways, um, just very difficult. Anyways, but no, just one thing that I did see today. I have a couple thoughts. And I don't know the full extent of things, but Elijah Arenas, son of Gilbert Arenas, he's a five-star recruit. I believe he's number one, depending on where you look, committed to USC. Unfortunately, early this morning, there was a car accident. There was a Tesla Cybertruck. He unfortunately has been placed into a medically induced coma.
Oh my God.
So again, there's nothing really else out there other than that, thoughts and prayers going over there. I truly hope that that family is whole very soon, but medically induced comas, unfortunately, I had to deal with it in my family. It is a very tough thing to deal with, and I couldn't imagine it for a 17 or 18-year-old. So, from us to everyone affected, thoughts and prayers, and we hope to see Elijah up and back, not even basketball, forget about all that, just up and living life very, very soon. Just wanted to kind of bring that up before we did kind of close things down. A couple other things, obviously, this is the obligatory um, you know, don't rush it or it's going to go by very quick. It seems like, when we do our NFL preview week 1 or whatever, we always say, okay, we're looking at the forest right now, how daunting it is. Well, eventually we're going to get to the end of it. And eventually we're going to be sitting here in November. And as much as I want to get to the Breeders' Cup and as great as that weekend is, there's a lot in front of us. Obviously, a great summer, but also a lot of racing. So enjoy it and make sure you tune in. We're going to be with you hopefully every week. And finally, time to get a little sappy. I do want to thank my co-host, Raider Jim, as always, for everything he does for the podcast and for me as we kind of get ready to dive into a new year. Horse racing is I learned a lot from Raider Jim and everything we do, but I haven't learned nearly as much from him in any other sport that I have from horse racing. I wouldn't be doing a podcast about horse racing if it wasn't for Raider Jim. So I want to thank him not only for everything he does, but especially the horse racing side of things. Very, very thankful for him to be here. And I know you all are as well. But
This gray hair isn't just for the show.
no, it's the
There's a lot of experience in this gray hair.
amen.
There are a lot of thrown down race tickets because of this gray hair.
Amen. Yes. But you know what? I wouldn't rather learn from anyone else. So
Thank you.
very, very blessed to have you in my life. But I'm very blessed to have all of you listening as well in our lives. Make sure you join us again next week as we dive in kind of the real nuts and bolts, dive into the deep end. We're getting rid of the floaties, got some actual hard data to deal with next week. So make sure you tune in. But with that being said, thank you all so much for listening.